Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Schedule 1 video. In today's video, I want to show you how to set up a better version of the first warehouse video that I have posted on my channel. If you haven't checked that one out already, don't check it out. This is the only video you're going to find and need in order to set up a successful and efficient operation in the warehouse. This is going to be a Coke setup. We're going to have the best and most efficient, fully automated setup, including the most profitable cocaine mix. Alright guys, let's get right into the video. First things first, just set up your bed over here, and then you're going to go ahead and grab 10 of the worker beds and then place it down very soon. Let me go over to the 10 workers that we do have, 3 of which are botanists, 3 of which are handlers, and the last 3 are the chemists, and then we have 1 cleaner. Okay guys, we're going to set up 2 beds under these staircases, and then you want to set up 4 beds over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the same thing on the other side, guys, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what you want to do, guys, is set up the large storage rack as such, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now get your mixing stations out. Place them right in front of the storage racks, just like this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright guys, now you want to head over to this wall over here and set up another large storage rack, and in front of it a brick press, just like that. Okay, and while we're here already, let's just set up the destinations. Okay, so you want to manage mixing station, or sorry, let's make this one the first mixing station. So manage mixing station, set the destination to the one next to it to the left, exit, and then click E again to manage mixing station on the second one and place it to the third. Now set the destination of the third mixing station to the fourth, which is adjacent to it. Then from the fourth to the fifth, which is next to it, from the fifth to the sixth, and so on and so forth until you reach number 8. From 8, set the destination to the brick press. From the brick press, set the destination to our large storage rack right here behind the brick press. Awesome guys, wonderful. Now what you want to do is highlight every single mixing station, guys, and then click E to manage 8 mixing stations. Set the threshold to 10. Perfect. Did we do that? Yes. Scroll, and let's go back to our rack. Set up your large storage rack just like that. Your cauldron right there, and your lab oven here, and then your next lab oven right there, then your second cauldron right over here, then behind it another storage rack, just like that. Perfect. All aligned, all symmetrical. Wonderful. So guys, you don't need 4. I don't know why I had 4. Just get rid of these extra 2. All you need is 2 lab ovens, 2 cauldrons, and that's about it. Okay, now let's move on to our pots, our racks, and our full spectrum grow lights and drying racks. So what you want to do next is place down your large storage racks on this side. So you want to start from here where the staircase kind of starts, and then leave 2 spaces in between these 2, and place down your second storage rack. Head over here, place it right beside the post, then again leave 2 squares. These are 2 squares. Let me show you guys. 2 squares, and place down your second or fourth storage rack on this side. Okay, from here we're going to use our storage racks as guides. We're going to put our our drying rack right about here, and then our pots right in front of that drying rack. And the same thing on this side, just like that. You're going to be aligning the second one with the drying rack and the storage rack. Okay, and then the same thing on this side, guys, and this side, just like that. Then what you're gonna do is do the same thing, but on this line. So leave 1 space, so this square space right here, and then do the same exact thing. Set the pots up, okay, and the last 2, perfect. Now let's put the suspension racks. the last two, and then let's hang up our full spectrum grow lights. Wonderful. All right, guys, so how this works is 2 pots to 1 drying rack. 2 pots to 1 drying rack. This will make it super efficient, super easy. Now what you want to do is place down 3 trash cans. I'm going to place one here, right around here. Place the second one over here, and your third one right about here. Perfect. I kind of don't like this over here, so we'll just bring it over this way. Yep, that's perfect. And the total storage racks we do need is gonna be 15. All right, guys. So now what we're going to do is set up our pots to their designated destination. So let's start with these two over here. Manage pots. Set the destination to this drying rack right behind it. Do the same thing on this side. Highlight both pots and set the destination to this drying rack. Okay, and then do the same thing on each and every pair of pots. Okay, last but not least, these pots right here. So scroll, highlight both pots, manage pots, set the destination to the drying rack right behind it or next to it. Now guys, what you want to do is set 4 of these drying racks destination to this cauldron. So let's go ahead and do that. 3 and 4, manage drying racks, set the destination to this cauldron. Then scroll from this cauldron, manage the cauldron, set the destination to this oven, lab oven. Okay, and then do the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, set the destination to this cauldron. Scroll and then manage the cauldron, set the destination to this lab oven. There you have it, guys. And then from here, set or highlight both of the ovens and then set the destination to the first mixing station. And then we already have the mixing station set up for the destination and threshold, so we should be good there. Okay, from here, guys, what you want to do is set up our workers. Let's start with our botanists. So our first botanist, the homie Ashley Clark, we're going to set her up with the supplies rack, which is going to be this first one over here. Okay, and then the pots / drying racks, we're not going to be doing any drying racks, only pots. So these 8 pots right here. So 1, or you can shift and then just highlight. So hold shift and highlight 8 of these pots. And 8, and then press enter. There you go. She's assigned to 8 pots now. Let's do our next botanist, which is the homie Andrew. All right, supplies. Let's go all the way to the other end and choose this supply rack. Set the pots. So again, shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then click enter. There you go, guys. Okay, and then go to your third botanist, bald head William, the homie over here. No supplies, however we're going to be setting him up to all the racks. So shift and then click all the racks. Okay, highlight every single rack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. All right, and click enter. There you go. Now let's go ahead and set up our, let's see, our chemists. Okay, starting with William Roberts. What are these names, bro? All right, so let's head over here. William Roberts is going to be taking care of the first cauldron and the first lab oven, and then the first 2 mixing stations. So 1 and 2. If you guys find a better efficient way of setting up the chemists, especially for the the mixing stations, let me know down below in the comment section. Okay, let's head over to our second chemist, William, and set him up to the second cauldron, lab oven, and the 2 mixing stations 3 and 4. Perfect. Now head over to your last chemist, which is the homie Jesse. Of course, Jesse Pinkman, baby. And then you want to set him up to the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th mixing stations. Perfect. Now we're done with the chemists. Let's head over to our handlers. So let's go ahead and start with Heather. The assigned station is going to be the brick press. That is the only assigned station any handler is going to get, and it's going to be the brick press. The routes are going to be as such. We're going to have Heather take care of the gas. So from this large storage rack to this cauldron, and then from this large storage rack to this cauldron. And then we're also going to have her take care of the first 3 mixing stations. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, let's head over to our second handler. This handler, so this second handler is going to be taking care of these racks over here, setting up the 4th rack to the 4th mixing station, the 5th to the 5th mixing station, the 6th storage rack to the 6th mixing station, and the 7th to the 7th mixing station. Then last but not least, the 8th storage rack to the 8th mixing station, guys. So in these storage racks, we're gonna have our mixes. So it's gonna go, I think it's gonna go cuke and banana, and actually no, it's gonna go motor oil, banana, cuke, I believe gasoline, and so on and so forth. I'll put it up on the screen, and then you guys can also follow what I'm doing. Alright, now you want to go ahead and set up your last handler. In this case, I got Jason. Set up the routes from, basically what we're going to do is, this is an extra shelf that we have here. We're going to set this shelf to this shelf right over here. And then we're also going to do the same thing on the other side. So it's going to be this shelf to that shelf over there. And the reason why we're doing that, guys, is because we're going to be, you know, running out of soil, seeds, and any additive you're using on this main shelf and this main shelf over here. So we're gonna have our worker, our handler, come in and take whatever we have here, soil, seeds, and additives, and put it into the main shelf where our botanist is taking care of their stuff from this shelf and then placing it into the pots and whatnot. So that way we don't have to necessarily come too often and restock these shelves. We have a backup shelf over here. Okay, and then we also have 3 extra spaces left with this handler. In this case, what you can do is, this is completely optional, by the way, you can place 3 racks right here, or even actually 8 racks over here. I'm gonna actually do this later on in the video. Place 8 racks for extra backup mixes, because I also do not like restocking the mixes too much. What I'll do in this case is have 3 racks that this handler will be taking care of, and that will replenish the first 3 racks over here automatically, and then I'll be replenishing manually the 5 leftover racks. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. And then what we have left is our worker over here, which is the garbage man and the cleaner. He's gonna be assigned to these trash cans. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and then that's pretty much it. Set him up to a bed real quick. So just to show you guys, the coverage on the trash cans is basically everywhere where the botanists are going to be working. Okay, if you see that this one is a little short, you can just bring it out a little bit. But for me, it's good where it's at. And then now let's just set everybody up to a bed and then put the money in their luggage. Okay, so now what we want to do is place everything on the storage racks. So let's go ahead and do that now. So what I went ahead and did was place 20 of the extra long life soil, and then 30 of the speed grow, and then about 30 of the coca seeds. So as you can see, I've added 8 shelves here like I said I would before, and these are my backups. I will be assigning my last handler to these first 3, and then also I'll be manually restocking the rest of the shelves, the 5 shelves over there, with my gas, cuke, battery, horse stuff, and the mega bean. Alright, so these 5 over here, you're going to be restocking manually. And then these 3, the first 3, motor lube or motor oil, sorry, with the paracetamol and the cuke, your handler is going to be taking care of that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Get our clipboard out. Head over to our last, which was this one, last handler, and set her or him up to these racks over here. So you want to select the first storage rack, backup storage rack for the mixes, and place it to the first main storage rack. Do the same thing with the second one, the backup to the main, then the third one. And there you have it, guys. Wait, the third one is cuke. Here it's okay. I'll just fix that, no worries. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we have it all set up now. The handlers are all done, the chemists are all set up. Now let's go ahead and sleep. All right, look at these beautiful workers, man. The coordination on these people, straight to work. All right, so what I'm going to show you guys here is fast forward everything, have them set up everything, and then show you the part where they set the coca leaves onto these drying racks. And then once the drying racks are set to, actually the drying racks are already set to the purple premium quality. If you want it to be higher, you know, feel free to do that, but I'm just gonna keep it at the purple quality, which is the premium quality. And then from there, once it's reaching to premium quality, it'll go into the cauldron, and then from the cauldron to the lab oven, from the lab oven to your first mixing station, from the first mixing station into your last and 8th mixing station, from there to the brick press, from the brick press to your final rack where the final product will be. Alright guys, so quick explanation on the drying rack. You want to wait till you have the purple, which is the premium tier. It takes about 12 minutes in real life time, so it says 12 hours, but it's 12 minutes to get to the next tier, and then another 12 minutes to get to the purple tier, which is what you want, okay? And if you want to progress even further into the game, you're gonna have to start selling the higher end tier, Heavenly. This is called Heavenly. So what your botanist does is he comes over, takes the coca leaves once they have reached that premium level, that premium tier, brings it over to this cauldron, and once there's 20 in the cauldron, the chemist should be coming over and turning this on by starting it. And then I'll show you guys exactly how that works. Guys, I'm actually facing a bug where the chemist is not coming over and doing their job. So in this case, you can either fire them and rehire a different one, or you could just save the game. Okay, and then once it's saved, make sure it is saved. Just quit and join right back. Employees slacking off? Try punching them. I guess we'll give that a try if they don't work. Alright, let's see. No? Alright, let's punch them. Okay. Okay. Oh, it worked. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, it's 6 minutes. Okay. We're gonna wait 6 minutes, wait for this to finish, and then from here it'll go into the oven. Alright, we have 40 seconds left on this one, but it is 4 a.m. so I'm gonna go ahead and sleep. So that's how it looks like right now. Okay, they're placing it into the lab oven now. Alright, there we go. Alright, now you have your chemist putting the product into the mixing station. I don't know why he's looking at me like that, but hey man, as long as they're doing their job, that's all I care about. My bad, bro. Sorry. Sorry, bro. Alright. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna skip to the very last one, which is the 8th, and then we'll see what the product is going to be. Alright, we got our final product. It's called Ultra Thunder. And that's the name. Alright. I'm gonna show you guys how much this can sell on the market and how much Benji will sell it for you, or whoever your dealer is. We got the homie Jesse over here, taking it right into the final destination, which is the brake press. And then our homie Heather is going to press that down into a brick. Yeah, Heather, you press that shit down, baby. Yeah. Good shit. Alright. There we have it, guys. Our first beautiful cocaine brick. Alright, so let's go ahead and take it with us. And let's head over to Benji. What's good, Benji? Alright, so as you guys can see here, Benji turns your bricks into jars and even baggies sometimes. Now there's a myth going around where, you know, you supposedly cannot fill up all the inventory slots for Benji because he has no space to turn it into bricks or turn it into baggies or even jars. But apparently he has some imaginary pockets or imaginary slots where he still gets to do that. So whatever I said in the last video, I guess it was a myth. You can fill up all these slots and have no problem getting all your products sold from Benji or whoever your dealer is. So the suggested price is $735. What you want to go ahead and do is set it to $999, all right? And then Benji or whoever your dealer is going to be listing it for this price and then getting a bunch of money. The asking price cannot go higher than $999. So just keep it at $999 and then that's pretty much it. You can list it for sale and then you personally can sell it for even more by listing it for sale. And then once you get a couple of offers, what happens is you can just counter offer and increase the price and sell it. So let's go ahead and talk to Melissa and then give this to her. So guys, look at that. The fair price is $14,700. Obviously we can't sell it for that much. You can always break it down into baggies, jars. All right, guys, I got some unresolved issues with the homie. What's up, Benji? Remember that bullshit ass comment you made, bro? Huh? What's up with it now, bro? Oh, shit. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, man. And I hope this guide helped you guys out. Go make that money. See you guys in the next one. Peace.